It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I had the privilege to interview the Connecticut Whales NWHL hockey player, Maggie LaGue. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Brandon. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional hockey?
Yeah, so I think it all kind of starts when you're growing up. You kind of know for the typical female, your career path usually ends after college. And once the NWHL was formed, it was really cool to be able to have a next step for us to go to and continue to play because, you always know that the men's players get to continue playing professionally. And for us, it's like, usually that's it. That's all you get. So once I, had finished playing and stuff and got drafted, I thought it was a really cool opportunity and I was really excited to be a part of it, especially this year.
Can you talk about your collegiate time at Roberts Morse University?
Yeah, so kind of funny. I was going on a visit there with my dad and we were going to go look at Penn State and RMU in the same weekend because they're very close. And the night before our flight, my coach in high school had texted me and said, "Oh, Penn State just committed somebody. So for my position and my year." So he was like, "Don't bother going." And I was like, "Okay, like that kind of stinks." And I was like, "I don't even know like where Robert Morris is. Like I've never really heard of it." And so we were like, "We'll just go anyways." The tickets were already booked. And so ended up going there and loved it. So that's kind of how I got there. And it was the best 4 years of my life. I got to go to a school in a new city and be a part of a team that I had some connections with, but just something that was really different for me. And it was the best possible fit. And I don't think I could really see myself having gone anywhere else. So it was really great.
What have you accomplished while you were in college at Roberts Morse?
So sorry, I don't know if you can see my dog right now. She's just going crazy. So yeah, at RMU, we had a really great class. My freshman year, we had a really good class coming in. And so we were able to really make an impact right away. And I made the all rookie team for our conference my freshman year with another teammate of mine, which was really cool and just a really nice honor. And then senior year kind of took off again too, made the all CHA team and the individual sportsmanship award, which is a really great honor to have. And then winning CHAs in 2017 was a huge deal for us and going to our first NCAA appearance. So that was really awesome to just be a part of that and everything. So, and then just graduating, being, the all points leader for defensemen is really cool. Hopefully it gets broken. You always want to see that program grow. So I know somebody's really close right now. But yeah, so those are just like a few of the small things. But I think the biggest thing I take away from college is just the best friends I gained and having relationship with my coaches still. Like that's the best thing I could have asked for.
What was it like whenever you got drafted into the NWHL in 2018?
Yeah, it was really kind of unexpected, which is, I guess, the cool surprise of it. Let me know if it's really loud. She's playing with a bottle. So I was actually at work. Margot, hold on. Come here. I was at work at my current job. I interned there the summer before, and I was sitting at my desk and got an email, and it was from our media person, and he said, "Oh, congratulations are in order." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I have no idea what he meant. And so I found out then that the NWHL, the Whale, were going to draft me. And I was like, that's really cool. I even like texted my coach. I was like, is this like a real thing or what? Because it was just very like sudden and I wasn't expecting it at all. And so then the draft happened a couple days later, and I was actually at work again with a bunch of friends. And so they kind of witnessed it happen, which was really cool and a really cool moment. So it was just an honor and really exciting to be part of that.
What was it like whenever you signed your first contract with the Whales?
It was just really cool. Like, you see all these like men who do it all the time, whether it's for the NHL or semi-pro or wherever. So actually being able to kind of have that experience as a female is really cool, and just, something you don't take for granted. And it just, gives so much more of like a legitimate feeling towards NWHL. Like, okay, this is real, and like they take this seriously. Like, I'm going to really take this seriously. Like, this is a pro team. And so it just was really cool to be able to have that experience as a female.
How did it feel the first time you put on the Connecticut Whales jersey for a game day or practice?
It was definitely very cool and different. Like, my high school colors were the same as Robert Morris's colors. So for me, it was like the colors were the same for my last, 7 years of hockey. And then I changed into completely different colors, and was like, this is such an adjustment. But it was really cool. And unfortunately, we only got to wear them, a handful of times, but it just felt really special to, be with that group. And you just like really felt like a team, and, this was a new chapter and everything. So it was just really special. And I'm really thankful for that.
What is a typical game day like for the Connecticut Whales?
So our game days, of course, everything looked a little bit different this year, but usually we would get to the rink about 2 hours before. And even before that, we could go to a pregame skate if we wanted to. So we did that a couple times, especially in Lake Placid. But we would get to the rink and just get changed and out of our dress clothes into our street clothes, and then usually have a quick meeting with our coach Colton, and just kind of like loosen up, whether it's tape your stick, go listen to music, play some soccer, some stuff like that. So you just spend some time to yourself and just, try not to get too focused about what the next hour plus kind of has in store. So I'm more of like a kind of silly person. So I didn't really get too much in my head about like what game was coming up and everything like that. So I just like to dance around and have fun. And so we would do our warm up. You'd have some time to yourself after, and we'd get dressed and get ready to go.
What was it like playing in Lake Placid?
It was really cool. I've been fortunate enough to play there a few times growing up. So it was really exciting to just be back there. So it's like once you're in college, you don't really, unless there's like a tournament or something, you're not really going to Lake Placid for any reason. So it was really fun to go back to such a historic site and have a historic moment for women's hockey there too. And just that place just means so much more to me now.
What are some of your game day rituals that you do before the game?
I have a couple like weird ones, I think. Usually for me, what it looks like is, you get to the rink, get changed. I always tape my stick before we would talk to our coach just to get that over with. I always use white tape. And a special kind of wax that I don't think anybody else uses. It's for canning jars and stuff. It's very weird. It's not as sticky. That's why I like it. But we would then just go talk to our coach, and then I would just throw in some headphones and we do our warm up. But for when I get dressed, I always have to put everything on my left side first. So it's always like my left shin pad, then my right one, then the left sock and the right sock. So that's kind of my little weird thing that I always have to do. Even if I grab the right elbow pad first, I have to put that down and find the left one. It's really, I don't know why I got into that, but I've done it ever since I can remember. So that's kind of like my one really weird thing that I do. But other than that, I think I'm pretty normal. So I don't know. Some people do some weird things, I think.
What are some things that you have accomplished while being with the Connecticut Whales?
I think a really big thing that I was able to do was just provide a lot of, solid defense work and just consistency on the back end. And just, Tori and I being the rookies coming in, I think we really were able to help build a foundation for the next, couple seasons to come and everything. So I think that's something I'm really proud of, just to be able to be a player that our coach and team could rely on. Unfortunately, didn't really get anything on the score sheet, but it's pretty hard to do that in a few games. But I think just, being as consistent as I could was probably like a really great thing I was able to provide.
What are some of your future plans as you prepare for this upcoming season?
I think right now it's just getting back into the, I always take some time off afterwards and just decompress. And I'm currently in Vermont and there's not a huge availability of ice or anything, but just taking the spring to myself and getting back into work and everything like that. So just easing back into training a bit and just getting back to being healthy again after COVID and everything. So just kind of taking it slow right now. And then, once the summer starts, you really ramp it up then.
Who are some of your favorite players that you have played against while playing in the NWHL?
Oh gosh, this is a good one. It's been really fun to play against former teammates. A lot of girls that I played with at North American Hockey Academy, they all played on other teams as well. So that was really fun to be able to play against them. Girls like Leila Kilduff, Carly Turner, even McKenna Brand. And I remember playing with Taylor Winchowski when I was growing up. So that was just really fun to be able to kind of see those girls again and just play against them instead of with them as like I was used to. So I think that was probably my favorite thing about this season too.
What is it like whenever you play against players like Taylor Winkowski and Caitlin Fracken and some of the players that you've been with?
It's definitely, you as a defenseman, some of their tendencies already. So it's just, making sure that, I have a good gap and everything like that, and just not letting them get a step on me or anything like that. So just trying to be really prepared and just make the mental note when certain players are out there to just, do the things, really right and just make really solid plays so they don't get chances.
What advice would you give upcoming future hockey players looking to play professional and college?
I think it's, just keep practicing the little things. I think sometimes we always see these players in videos and everything of doing these insane moves and all this stuff. And it's like really fun to practice those and everything, but just don't forget the fundamentals. Like you can always work on your stride in practice when you get the chance, or just do the extra couple reps. Those things don't go unnoticed, and that can really, set you apart from somebody who's just doing the status quo. So I think just, always push yourself and just keep having fun with it. Hockey's supposed to be really fun, and it gets fun as you get older. So that's my advice.
Thank you again for your interview and best of luck. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
So my Instagram and Twitter are both just my name. So just Maggie LaGue with no space, no capitals, no anything. So you can find me there.
Thank you again, Maggie LaGue, for your interview, and best of luck with the Connecticut Whales in this upcoming season.
Thank you, Brandon.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Maggie LaGue, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.